In all the different time periods that take place in Assassin's Creed, the Brotherhood has changed a lot. Each group of assassins has had its own take on the creed. Some followed it to their heart, others lost their way and had to find it again. Most of the time the assassins we play as did not start off as assassins. They had to grow into it, shaped by their past and the world around them. Every main character we play comes from a different background, and you can often get a sense of that from what they were at the beginning. Their first outfit says a lot about who they are before they fully take on the role. Well, except for a few that are not assassins, but you get the idea. What I'm gonna do is rank every mainline protagonist based on their starter outfits. By that I mean the outfit they wear at the beginning of their journey. For example, Jacob Fry's starter outfit is called simply Jacob, and it's what he wears when we first play as him at the start of Syndicate. Another example would be Giovanni's outfit that Ezio then took as his own, and that's what I'm counting as his starter outfit, because we see him receive that outfit for the first time. Also, do know I have featured Shay twice in this video. That's because he has both an assassin outfit and a Templar outfit, and each one is technically a starter look. We first see him wearing the assassin robes early in the game, and later when he becomes a Templar, he gets a new outfit that also marks the start of that part of his story. So now that you know what I'm ranking and how I'm ranking them, let's go through each one from worst to best. Okay, starting at last place. This one is pretty funny because, yeah, what on earth even is that? Cassandra's starter outfit, as you can see, is very basic, and you know, it's not really a robe at all. More of a simple worn out tunic, and it looks like it's made of a dark fabric and barely held together by a few stitched pieces of fabric. Oh, and there's also that rope belt. Well, if you can call it a rope belt. But this outfit does make sense though. If you think about it, this robe reflects her lowly status as a Mystios on the island of Kefalonia. We know that Cassandra isn't part of any brotherhood, is not tied to any cause, and is very much just trying to survive. She's not an assassin, nor does she even know about the creed at this point. Her outfit reflects that total disconnect from Assassin's Creed. But that's exactly why it falls dead last in the video. There's no unique thing that jumps out at me, and definitely nothing that stands out visually beyond its ragged simplicity. Most of the other starter robes in the series show some kind of identity or hint at the journey ahead. Cassandra's does not. And while that works for where she is in the story, it doesn't hold up when you compare it to the rest in the video. It fits her situation perfectly, but it's not something you look at and remember. So yeah, dead last is easily whatever this is. This one is similar to Cassandra's, and that is Ava's thrall set, which is the name I've given it. I mean, what can I say? This is what you start with at the very beginning of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and you know, honestly, it's not all that exciting. It's a plain, rough looking outfit, basically just a simple shirt and tunic with some basic belts and straps holding it together. It looks like something a common villager or a servant would wear, or maybe even a prisoner. Which, you know, makes sense given that this is Avo before they fully step into the role of a Viking raider or leader, and it's the outfit she's forced to wear as a prisoner under Kjotve the Cruel, I believe. There's nothing flashy about it, there's no assassin flair, and it's definitely no strong first impression. It's just enough to survive and carry a weapon, and to be fair, that fits where Ava is at this point in the story. You're just starting out, and your power level is literally 1, I believe, at this point. Now, while the outfit works in terms of the story, it doesn't stand out visually or symbolically, like some of the better starter robes in the franchise, which you'll definitely see later on. Now, compared to others on the list, the thrall set just doesn't have that same sense of identity. That said, it's still better than Cassandra's tunic, mainly because it feels a little more functional and more grounded. At the very least, it looks like Avo is ready for a fight, even if they have not fully become the Viking we know them to be. But as far as starter outfits go, it's one of the more forgettable ones. Okay, now moving on, this one is interesting because if this was from a game named Samurai's Creed and not Assassin's Creed, then this would be the best looking outfit in the entire game. Sadly, this is Assassin's Creed, and Yasuke's samurai armor is third last place in the video. Now, I may be contradicting myself here because I will have Shay's Templar outfit later in the video, but hey, it's my video, okay? Now, Yasuke's outfit is a full traditional set of very fancy looking samurai armor. It's got the, you know, gold details, the layered plating, a massive horned helmet, you name it. On a surface level, it looks incredible. It clearly shows Yasuke's role as a high-ranking warrior in service to a daimyo. But the problem is, it just doesn't fit the franchise, as I already mentioned. This franchise is all about stealth, subtlety, and blending in. Yasuke's armor does the exact opposite. It's quite literally impossible to miss, especially from the perspective as a regular Japanese NPC. There's nothing hidden about the outfit or him. And that goes for Yasuke's height, his skin color in this particular setting, and you know, everything the series usually tries to build up with its protagonist, especially at the start of their journey. Most starter outfits hint at the character's transformation into an assassin, or in Shay's case, a Templar. He starts off already looking like some fully formed warrior from a totally different world, and there's no gradual evolution into something new. To be fair, this isn't really Yasuke's fault. He's not part of the Brotherhood, and the story isn't pretending he is. But even so, this outfit feels more like it belongs in a samurai game than an Assassin's Creed game. It's cool, sure, but completely out of sync with the tone and themes the franchise is known for. Moving on, we now have the second protagonist in Assassin's Creed Shadows, and this is Naoe's true starter robes. I've not included the first assassin outfit she gets because the open world RPG games complicate things a lot, and this one is technically the very first outfit she has in the game, and while it's not super flashy or intimidating like Yasuke's samurai armor, I'm ranking this one just slightly higher. Why? Well, because it actually fits with the tone and gameplay of the series so much better. Now his robes are very simple, and they feel like something a real shinobi would wear. I will admit it's a bit disappointing that there is no hood for this outfit, otherwise it would have probably ranked higher. This outfit is tied together with rope, with a bunch of small pouches and tools hanging from her waist. There's nothing over designed here, it's all function over fashion, and it's not that bad. The wraps on her arms and the way everything's tucked for mobility make it clear that this outfit is made for sneaking through the shadows, and that is no pun intended. It actually feels grounded, like this is what somebody would realistically wear while hiding on rooftops and in the shadows. Now don't get me wrong, Yasuke's armor in the previous entry looks great on its own, but in terms of what makes a good starter outfit for Assassin's Creed, now gets the edge. But again, the lack of a hood loses so many points. Okay, we can finally move on to some actual assassin outfits that are worn by, you know, actual assassins, thankfully. Well, kind of. Now, Edward Kenway's starter outfit in Assassin's Creed Black Flag isn't even his own. In fact, it belonged to an assassin named Duncan Walpole, who Edward killed early in the game. So, you know, right from the start, this outfit already has an odd place in the story. It looks like a proper assassin robe, complete with the classic white hood, leather belts, and, you know, the iconic red sash. But it's being worn by somebody who does not care all about the creed, at least not at that point. Edward isn't an assassin yet, and for most of the game, he does not even pretend to be one out of belief. He just sees it as a disguise to get what he wants. And you know what? That actually makes this outfit really interesting. It gives off all the visual signals of a skilled, trained assassin, even though Edward is just a pirate. It makes a strong first impression and fits perfectly with the Caribbean setting, light enough for the heat, but still detailed and layered with some sort of purpose. Even though Edward Kenway does not earn this outfit, it becomes part of his identity. As the story goes on, it's kind of a reminder of how he stumbled into something much bigger than himself. So while it's technically stolen, it's also a symbol of the path he ends up taking, going from a selfish pirate to someone who fully understands the values behind the outfit. So yeah, overall it's a great looking starter outfit, but it ranks a bit lower than others because it doesn't really reflect Edward's personality at the start. It's quite literally somebody else's legacy, not his own. Bayek's starter outfit in Assassin's Creed Origins is a great example of a design that feels true to both the character and the world around him. It's very simple but, you know, effective, and definitely practical for the harsh Egyptian climate, but still detailed enough to show that Bayek is no ordinary warrior. His starter outfit has the makeshift hood, the constant layered wraps, the leather gear. It all fits perfectly with his role as a Medjay. Now, what makes this outfit stand out is how natural it feels. It doesn't try too hard to look like an assassin outfit, because remember, at this point in the story, the Brotherhood does not even exist yet. Instead, this is Bayek before the creed, before the formal rules and symbols. So we don't even know narratively what an assassin outfit would end up looking like, and yet despite that, his outfit still feels like something an assassin would wear. Visually, the color palette and the fabric textures do a lot of the work here. The mix of white, red and gold gives it a strong identity, and the asymmetrical design I believe makes it feel unique without being over designed. As far as starter outfits go, this one in my opinion nails the balance between story, style and function. But the problem is it a pretty looking outfit? Well, not to me, but that's because where and when this game is set, so it only feels right. Plus there are so many good outfits in Origins that this starter outfit Bayek has just falls short of a lot of them. Oh, and that reminds me, I made a video a long time ago ranking every outfit in Origins, so if you want to see that, then be sure to check that one out. Now next up we have Shay and his starter assassin robes in Rogue. Now this is the first outfit we see him in the game, so naturally this is the one to talk about. This game easily has some of my favorite outfit designs in the entire franchise. There's just something about the military inspired coats that make these outfits look so cool. Or maybe it's because they're also outfits made for Templars. Now this assassin outfit is the first of two we'll be ranking for Shay in the video, with the other being his Templar look later on. As an assassin, Shay wears a modified version of the traditional robes, keeping the signature white hood, but combining it with a thick navy blue coat, leather belts, lots of silver detailing, and of course there's that red sash again. It's a really nice mix between a classic assassin style and something more, fitting of the colonial setting. It does look like something you'd actually wear on a freezing ship in the middle of the Atlantic. What I really like is how this outfit reflects Shay's place in the Brotherhood before everything falls apart. It's practical, nice looking, and full of small details that give it that little bit more personality. Now while it doesn't really top the ranking in terms of symbolic meaning or originality, it's just a solid, great looking outfit. And again, it's a reminder of why I love the outfits in this game. Next up we have Jacob Fry's starter outfit, which is called simply Jacob. Now this one might not be the flashiest, but it's easily one of the most era accurate outfits in the entire franchise, hands down. It fits perfectly within the setting of Victorian London. It's an outfit with a long dark coat, a vest, buttoned shirt, and a classic flat cap. It doesn't scream assassin at first glance, which actually works in its favour. It's the most realistic outfit, like something any man walking the streets of London in 1868 could be wearing. That makes it an excellent example of blending into the crowd, which is after all one of the core tenets of the creed. This outfit also gets bonus points for versatility. When you go into stealth mode, Jacob automatically removes the cap and puts on a hood, giving the outfit more of that classic assassin look. It's a clever detail that shows the balance between Jacob's life in the shadows and his public persona. However, there is one pretty strange thing about the hood. The color doesn't match the coat. The hood is this brownish red shade, which kind of clashes with the darker tone of the rest of the outfit. It's not a huge deal, but it does definitely feel a little off. Personally, I think the outfit would have looked even better if the hood matched the coat, just to keep that unified look. Still, despite that small nitpick, Jacob's starter outfit is very true to the time period. It might not be loaded with symbolic meaning or all of this fancy assassin detail that some of the later outfits have, but it nails what it sets out to do. Make Jacob Fry look like someone who belongs in London Victorian's era setting while still letting him move like an assassin. Connor's dark blue and white assassin robes are easily one of my favourite starter outfits in the entire franchise. There's just something about how clean and sharp it looks. It fits both the character and the time period so well. These robes are given to Connor by Achilles during his official initiation into the Brotherhood, and that moment really adds to the weight of this outfit. Now you could technically say this outfit right here on screen is Connor's actual starter outfit. It's what he wears before officially becoming an assassin. We see it on him during the early hours of Assassin's Creed 3 while he's still living with his tribe. But for this ranking I didn't feature it. The reason is pretty simple. While it's the first outfit he wears, it's more of a pre-assassin look. I wanted to focus on the robes that represent the moment a character joins the Brotherhood or begins their true journey as an assassin. Because if that was the case, then Ezio in his Florentine attire would technically be his starter robes. But that's not what we're going for here. But going back to Connor's first official assassin outfit, I really like the colours and the design. The white mixed with the navy blue gives it that classic assassin look, but with a colonial kind of twist that makes it feel unique to Connor. The leather straps and the brown boots make it feel rugged, and of course there's that red sash that keeps on appearing in assassin outfits, which adds a pop of colour that breaks things up nicely. It just works really well. And one detail I will always appreciate is the assassin insignia on the belt buckle. It's a small thing, but it really ties the whole look together, and it reminds you that this isn't some generic outfit. This is an assassin outfit, and it's not overly flashy, so that's what makes it so fitting. Evie Fry's starter outfit, which is called simply Evie, is one of the cleanest and most stylish looks in the entire series. Like her brother Jacob's outfit, it fits the Victorian London setting very well. It does not go over the top at all. It doesn't try too hard to stand out, but it still manages to look sharp and totally believable for the time period. I think the main thing I like about Evie's outfit the most is how simple and polished it is. It's got the long dark coat, the very subtle but not flashy red lining underneath, and it all comes together together in a really elegant way, and for the personality of Evie Frye, it matches to perfection. She's the quieter, more strategic of the Frye twins, and her outfit reflects that. There is absolutely no need for flashy colors or heavy gear, just something practical and very sleek that gets the job done. Also, one thing that makes her outfit better than Jacob's in my opinion is the hood. When she enters stealth and puts her hood up, it actually matches the color of the coat. That seems like a small detail on paper, but it really helps the whole look consistent. With Jacob, the brown kind of clashes with his jacket, but Evie's fits perfectly. So yeah, overall it's a great example of an outfit that says a lot without really doing too much. Basim's starter outfit in Assassin's Creed Mirage, the Initiate of Alamut robes, lands in 5th place for me. It just feels right. Right for the character, right for the setting, and right for the franchise. Now, similar to Connor, you could technically say this outfit right here on screen is his starter robes, but come on, I'm not gonna rank this because this is his outfit when he was still a street thief in Ambar. It's not his assassin outfit. It's more like a civilian starter look. When he becomes inducted into the Hidden Ones, that's when the true assassin look kicks in, and that's the one I ranked. But going back to his Initiate of Alamut outfit, I like how the colors are kind of muted but sharp. Like it's a sandy beige with some lighter blues that make it feel grounded in the Baghdad setting, while still looking pretty unique. Similar to Connor's, the hood is instantly recognizable, and I like how the hood is not just one layer. You can see it's got multiple, and the layer design with all the belts, the pouches and sashes give it that lived-in practical assassin vibe. It's not trying to reinvent anything, it's embracing tradition, and I really respect that. I also respect that Mirage tried to feel more like a classic Assassin's Creed game, and even in its outfits, it is clearly inspired by the classic robes worn by Altair, but with some different detail and texture thanks to modern graphics. So yeah, overall it's just a great way to start Basim's journey. You look like an assassin or hidden one from the get-go. Next up, we're back to Shay, but this time we have his Templar interim robes. I've already included his assassin robes earlier in the ranking, but this one deserves its own spot because it marks a major turning point in his story. It's an outfit that is also a symbol of his full break from the Brotherhood and his shift toward the Templar Order. Now, what makes this outfit interesting is its origin. It's given to Shay by Barry and Cassidy Finnegan after they find him near death and nurse him back to health. The robes actually belong to their late son, who was in fact a Templar agent, so there's this added, weight and meaning behind them. So technically, in a way, Shay is stepping into somebody else's shoes and accepting a new path. Visually, it still resembles his assassin robes in some ways, especially with the overall structure and silhouette, but it's much more darker, and I mean that literally and thematically. The black and red color scheme, the yellow undershirt, and the shoulder crosses give it that heavy Templar feel. It's still got all the aspects where you can put stuff in it, so that's the air rifle strap, the pistol holders and pouches, but now there's a Templar insignia front and center, and even I believe Yggdrasil symbols on the belt, which I've never quite understood why. Maybe it's something to do with Ireland, I have no idea. So yeah, for me it's one of the best designed in-between outfits in the franchise, and it perfectly reflects where Shay is both physically and mentally at this point in the game. Now, moving into the top 3, it was quite tricky to rank this one and second place as I didn't know which to place above the other, but ultimately I decided on Giovanni's robes for Ezio Auditore in 3rd place. So as we all know, after Ezio's father is wrongfully arrested and executed at the start of the game, Ezio inherits these robes and unknowingly steps into a much bigger role. It's the first moment where he begins to understand who his family was, and it sets the stage for his transformation from a clueless teenager into that iconic and legendary assassin we all know and love. Design-wise, Giovanni's robes are impressive, to be fair. The white and red color scheme to me is classic assassin style, and it is probably the best 2 colors you can have on an assassin outfit. It's got all the flourishes that make the Brotherhood look so recognizable, so that's the hood, the sash, the braces, the whole package. But what makes it stand out a lot more, or at least to me, is that it's not something Ezio designed for himself. It's something passed down. It feels more meaningful, like he's literally carrying the weight of his father's life and mission. The details are quite in your face too. You've got the very fancy looking belt buckle, the cape over one shoulder design which I love seeing, and of course the long coat that flows just right. Even if it's not the flashiest outfit compared to Ezio's later gear in the Brotherhood or even in Revelations, I still love this one, especially for it being the starter outfit for Ezio. Now again, similar to Connor, similar to Basim, this is not technically his first starter outfit as that would belong to his Florentine attire, but come on, I don't think I need to explain why I'm not ranking that at this point. In second place, we've got the initiation robes for Arno Dorian. If there was an outfit where you had to say was the most elegant and flourishing, it's easily this one. It just exudes, you know, fanciness. It's hard to explain, but just know that this is easily one of the cleanest and most stylish outfits in the franchise, and that's exactly why I placed them so high. This is the first real assassin look Arno gets after he joins the Brotherhood, and oh boy, it's such a good introduction to his character. The robes don't go overboard, it's not overloaded with armor or flashy details, it's just nice. The deep blue coat is a perfect match for the Paris setting. In fact, I don't think there's another color that would work better, and the layered vest underneath paired with the red cravat gives it that French Revolution flair. Don't get me wrong, it still follows the traditional assassin design with the hood and the hidden blade belt, but it manages to stand out without trying too hard. I also really like how this outfit suits Arno's personality. If you have played Unity, you'd know that Arno is a character that doesn't try to be loud or in your face. He's very smooth with it. The robe reflects that. Another thing that makes it great is how well it moves. The physics and animations in Unity do a lot to make this outfit feel alive, and you know, maybe that plays a massive role in why it's so good looking. So this could be whether you're climbing or running through the streets of Paris. It always looks pretty impressive, and the cloth physics and animations play a big role in that. Out of all the quote-unquote first true assassin outfits, this one has the perfect balance. For me, it's one of the most polished starter robes. And at first place we have Altair's very own assassin robes. Now this one is kind of cheating because well, Assassin's Creed 1 is a game that literally has only one outfit, so there is not much variety, but the one outfit it does have is incredible. Now I guess it is cheating since the starter robes for Altair are also his master assassin robes, so that's a bit questionable, but regardless, this is the visual blueprint for what an assassin looks like, and all those other outfits I talked about in the video and how they had red sashes and belts and all of that was because of this one. There's this simple but powerful design to it, nothing flashy, nothing over designed, just a very clean white outfit. There's no armor clanking around, none of that gold embroidery nonsense, just practical assassin gear that fits the time and purpose perfectly. While every assassin after Altair got their own twist on the look, this is the one that started it all. It's basically the franchise's visual identity in one outfit. You see this and immediately think Assassin's Creed. Yes, technically I didn't have other starter outfits to compare from the same game, but honestly at this point it doesn't matter. This outfit is too iconic to not put at the top. It's timeless, it's functional, and it's just cool. No matter how many outfits this franchise adds, Altair's outfit will always be the original, and in my opinion, still the best. Let me know down below what your top 3 starter outfits would be. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.